Hello, Savvy Sewing friends, Shawnice here. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome, subscribe. I hope you like hanging out with me. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. Thank you for your support, and I hope you have already subscribed. In this video, I want to talk about this dress that I have on. This is a dress that I made before I knew anything about fitting. I knew how to follow a pattern and I knew how to sew. And it was the first time I made it. I followed the pattern. It had a lining, a facing. I had no idea what a facing was, so I didn't put it in, so there's no facing in this dress. In my little experience, I just said, you know what? I will take the edges and I will just fold them over twice and stitch. That was not the right thing to do. This dress should have had a facing on it. I did not know what that was. I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't do it. But as a result, I made a dress that I was not comfortable wearing. And I paid I love this fabric. I was like, this is going to be the best dress ever. And I wore the dress once because my rule is if I made it, I'm going to wear it once. But what I did was I put a jacket over it so that the neckline, people wouldn't be able to look at it and be like, oh, did you make that dress? So I just want to point out, I guess the purpose of this video is that I know it takes a lot. I know that learning how to alter a pattern, it takes a lot of time to learn how to do it and to learn how to do it right. And everyone's still learning. I'm still learning. Someone who has been sewing for 20 years, they still learn. So sewing is an ever learning process. But to learn to fit your clothes, it makes a difference. It's going to make the difference between whether you're going to like wearing something you've made, love wearing something you made, or disliking something you've made. And this was a dislike for me. It's not a hate because I still have it. So the ones that I hate, I threw them away, unfortunately. Like they weren't even good enough to like donate to a thrift store because someone's like, no, I'm not wearing that. But this one was I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Or as I would say in my little baby voice, I don't like that at all. Anywho, I want to show you kind of what happened with this neckline. I don't know if you can see because of all the print, but the seam line for this dress is it pulls forward. So right now it's back there now because I've been finagling with the dress and everything. But after I wear it for a while, this seam line comes forward, and it actually comes forward to about right here on both sides, meaning that there's not enough fabric on the back shoulder or there's too much in the front. I can feel that it's pulling forward, and then my shoulder seam comes to right about here. Another thing I didn't do was put some stay tape around the neckline so that it wouldn't get stretched out. Didn't know anything about that. And the neckline was really gaping. I want to say it was gaping. Oh, it was gaping a lot to the point where I have 4 pleats in this dress where there should not be pleats. And in the front, what I did was, because I didn't know what else to do, I took the dress and I pulled it forward and I put tucks in. Not tucks, but I put a pleat in. And then I had some gaping right here in the front. So then I took the front and I took it, pulled it forward, and I pinned it and I sewed the seam right around. And it's not flattering at all. So I'm going to go ahead and set this camera down some. when I have this dress on and I put my arms down, let me get situated. Do you see? Let me turn to the side. Do you see that? So this is me. Say I'm at work. Hello, hello, how you doing? Yeah. Hello, hello. Okay. Let me turn to the side so you can see this one. It's really hard to see with all the crazy print, but if I had on a dress that was solid, you would see all this excess fabric right here. And with my arm down, all this excess fabric right here. You can see where I have these pleats. There's two right here, and these two on the inside. You can see I just folded the edges over and sewn these pleats in instead of putting a facing on. I love this fabric, and I really, as I was making this dress, my heart was just bubbling. It was bubbling with excitement because I'm like, I love this. Like, no one has this dress. No one has a dress like this. It's just going to be me. And after I made it and I put it on, I was like, oh man, this does not fit around my neck at all. What do I do? Also, another thing is the arm. I really would have liked the arm to kind of fit like that. So if I had known, I would have taken this extra fabric out of the arm, out of the sleeve, not the arm, out of the sleeve. Okay, don't have a lot of recording room to get a full body, so just ignore that. So I'm going to back up so you can see where the dress hits me. See, I would have preferred the dress to be probably maybe longer than what it is now, because this is a lot. It's very short for me. So I'll let you see it from the back. I did a really good job right here removing any excess from my dress in the back. Also, at the time that I made this dress, I really didn't know anything about fitting, and the only reason why I have it fitting right here in the small of my back really good is because I put darts in it. So the darts that I followed the darts with the pattern, and it was really boxy on me. So I actually increased the depth of the dart, and it worked in the back. But because the dart was too deep, and when I say too deep, I'm saying that I'm trying to get let me show you. So say the dart is going to put a curve like this in your back. I put a deeper curve in it, and what that did was it caused the fabric up here on my upper back to bag a little bit. So that when I have my arms down, do you see right here? Look at this area right here where the orange and black area is. Watch when I put my arms down. You see that bagging? That is what happened. So the dress is too short. The arms, I would have liked them to be fitting a little bit more. The neck was too big, and this is sewing a dress right out the envelope, no alterations. It became a dress that I was not comfortable wearing. I wasn't happy with it, but I made it. And so maybe I should just wear it around the house, go grocery shopping, and no one's going to roll up to me in a grocery store and be like, did you make that dress? This is why, look at this. This is why I learned how to do fitting. I know that altering a pattern, it takes time. It could be a slow process, and I know that sometimes you just want to get it out the envelope and get it done. But making something that's not going to flatter you, that's going to look homemade versus handmade, If that is what your goal is, then to each his own. But if you're really looking for something that's going to look like it came right off the shelf, and that you're going to be able to tell people and say, no, I made this, and people are going to be like, really? Then it behooves you to take the time. Baby steps. Baby steps. You can't learn it all at once. There's so much to fitting. You know, there's your shoulder blades. There's your shoulder. Is it leaning forward? It's your bust? Oh, another thing with this dress. Let's go back down. Okay. My dart is coming here. Look, this is if I were to draw a line on a pattern, here's my dart. The tip of the dart, apex, dart. Apex, dart. This dress, apex, dart. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I didn't move my darts. Now all my darts come down. They're coming down. I'm going to be 49 years old. The darts gotta come down. I'm not there anymore. So that is another thing. And that could be, I'm wondering if, because my dart is not going into the right place, and all right, I haven't put this dress on in a long time, but now that I'm feeling my waist darts, or my waist darts are coming up to here. Your waist darts should come to about right here. Right here. Yeah. The things we learn. You can sew and it doesn't come out right. This is just one reason, one of the many reasons that I have of why it really is important to learn fitting when you are making a garment, because you have visually it's nice, but until you get up close, it's not flattering, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Visually, it's a nice dress. Some would say it's a beautiful dress, but up close, it's not flattering. It's the seams, the stitch that I did around here, it's thick, it's bulky. I didn't know, but that is why I think it's important to learn how to fit your patterns before you put your garment together and make a muslin. I am 100% team muslin. All right, that's the end of my video. Thank you for watching. Happy sewing. Bye.